Really is a sense of awe here. There certainly is. You just don't know where to look next.
My elephant.
Nikki's in her elephant, she says. We come around here, there's sculptures there. And then of course we come around here and there's this part of the cathedral. I think we'll probably go around there and go into the main entrance in a minute. Nikki's just walking through this ancient medieval. There she is. And look, as you come out here, you watch this view. Isn't that idyllic?
What a wonderful
There's, yeah.
Whoa,
And there's
yeah.
the traditional weeping willow
Yes.
weeping into the water, which is a sight I love personally. I've included that in a lot of my drawings in the past, where the touching the water, the willow. And of course this is the moat, and there's Gunner Elliptica over there. And the hydrangeas here. And there's our friends again, sort of swimming up towards us to greet us. And the little ducks.
Yeah.
Love a duck. Eh? Yeah, they're coming towards us, look. They're probably coming to see if we've got any food, which of course we haven't, but there they come. Our little friends. Nikki's over there now. Let's see what she's discovered. And apparently there's thousands of tons of water come through here, which I can hear from here actually, but I can't see it.
It's over there.
We'll go through the bridge, and there, look at that. And that apparently was one of the first places in Britain where they had a water supply, but of course what happened was it comes in through there in the rain, through the moat, and feeding the town, and they had drinking water, but not out of the tap like we've got, of course, because they'd have to scoop it out of the river. Oh, this is amazing. God, I'm in seventh heaven here. Look at this, right, this bridge here, right between, right under the willow tree. It's really something. It really is something. I'm alright, my angel, thank you. And we're back down here. There's another Gunner Elliptica over there. There's a huge rhubarb-like structure. Gardens here. I'll catch running over there now. Getting around a bit.
It's starting to get a bit
Shall
very,
we get
very
in?
wet.
Perhaps we go into the... Oh, look at that!
It's starting to get very, very wet.
Yeah. That is quite something. Look, they're all holding the cross there. Look at that.
Yeah.
What a statue. That's incredible. But we're getting wet, so we're going to go into the cathedral. This is probably the groundkeeper's lodge or something it was originally. There's another bridge over there. We'll go through.
Oh, yep.
From the gardens along this boardwalk. And yeah, Nikki looking at the view from there on the boardwalk, reading the notices. They're up here. You can go any further than this anyway, so probably go backwards into the a lot of little ponds here. I noticed, and there's the big moat over there with the huge Gunner Electrica things again. Of course, the old log effect. Once again, is here. It looks like it's just fallen and left there to rot to encourage insects and things. But my pond survey I did a few years, well, there's plenty of them here. And there again is another view of the cathedral through the leaves of the trees. Quite a sight, that. That's all the beautiful gardens. And my beautiful wife reading this. Well, apparently in 705, this is St Andrew's Well, and in 705 King Ine of Wessex gave land near these wells to Aldhelm, his bishop, so that he could build a minster. The Saxon minster lay just south of the present cathedral. A stream from this well flowed close behind the minster. Water might have been taken from the stream for use in certain church ceremonies. The well's unceasing flow through the city would have seemed very significant in the Middle Ages. In the book of Revelations describes a vision of the city of God. Then the angel showed me the river of life rising from the throne of God and flowing crystal clear down the middle of the city street. On either side of the river were the trees of life, the leaves of which are for the heading of the nations. Wells with its ceaseless waters could be seen as an early reflection of this perfect city. Hello.
Hello.
Well, how do you feel about standing in the only remaining medieval street in Britain?
Pretty cool.
This is exactly as it was, apart obviously the shop fronts are all different. They're the modern bit obviously, but the buildings themselves are exactly as they were built. And this is from the cathedral. This is the street that goes down from the cathedral, and it is exactly as it was in medieval times, which is quite something really. That's, I think,
That's a nice change.
yeah, from about the 11th century onwards. This is remained very similar to what it is. So just the shop fronts that have been changed, but the buildings themselves are exactly the same. Except for those bloody cars, of course, that are there. That's the modern bit. But you look down that street, and then later on I'll show you how, from the water that comes from the cathedral, how they gave fresh water. First ever in the world, as far as I know, where people got fresh water delivered to their door. I'll show you that later. Okay. This is very interesting. Of course, the cathedral where we just been through the grounds and that. We didn't actually go into the cathedral this time, but it really doesn't matter because I'm more interested, to be honest with you, in the gardens and everything. But this street here is the only remaining medieval street in the United Kingdom. And while there's obviously modern shop fronts, the buildings are all original medieval buildings. But I think there might be a medieval pigeon down here as well. But while we were looking at the pigeons there, and he's come up to see me, you may notice down here is this water coming from. Remember we saw the water coming down in the gardens there, and it actually, in medieval times, they've made these channels to come here, and that actually supplied drinking and washing water for the whole town, the first ever water system. Of course you didn't have taps or anything, but it actually supplied the fresh water. I mean, it didn't look very fresh to us, but in those days of course it was fresh water. and they would drink and wash in this, so that everybody in the whole town had fresh water, almost on tap, but not quite. It was right outside their door, and they used to have channels going into the houses to get the, quite amazing really when you come to think of it, isn't it? Yep, and it goes right down there, look, and supplies everybody. It did in those days, everybody in the town with water. Amazing. See, education. The story town, unfortunately not. That one. Yes, English episode is best, isn't it? Though, isn't that beautiful? Beautiful. Do you remember back in the video when we were at the Eden project, we saw different types of sugar, the sugar cane, but then there was palm sugar, which we're not so conversant with in this country. We get most of ours from sugar beet and sugar cane, but palm sugar is common in Malaysia, and our friend Noi, our mate Frank's wife, is Thai. She comes from Thailand, and she's made this like a kind of peanut brittle. It is delicious. Where Nikki and I are eating it at the moment, and it is all held together with palm sugar. See, I thought it was honey and she said no, palm sugar. And there you go. This is the sort of thing that you can do with palm sugar. So it shows you what you can do with it. So I thought that would be very interesting to finish off with. Thank you very much. Bye bye.